The ITIL Intermediate Lifecycle Courses. Continual Service Improvement. Course Overview. Welcome to this Lifecycle course. In this course, we'll be studying the continual service improvement phase of the lifecycle in detail, with a strong emphasis on the managerial and supervisory aspects. We'll be studying continual service improvement key concepts, principles, and processes, as well as taking a look at implementing and improving process effectiveness and efficiency in all stages of the service lifecycle. To maximize your chances of success in the Continual Service Improvement exam, you'll need to plan to spend at least 21 hours studying all of your course material. Effective study time should be spent using all of the course materials that are provided, including watching the video tutorials, at least twice through, completing all the exercises and online quizzes, using your study guides to maximum effect, completing your own study notes, and taking the sample practice exams that are also provided. Remember, it's highly recommended that you dedicate some of your study and revision time to the sample exams provided as part of your course. You should plan to review all of the official answers for each exam question. This review is invaluable in helping you to understand the style of the questions and what's expected of you when answering each question. Building up your knowledge and experience in tackling gradient multiple-choice exams is a critical component of passing ITIL intermediate exams. As well as the 21 hours mandatory study time, it is officially recommended that you plan to spend at least another 21 hours reading and learning from the Continual Service Improvement core text itself. Feedback from successful candidates shows this can really make a difference in your final exam. This course is split into 19 lessons. Each lesson covers key syllabus elements to prepare you for your exam. You'll find a copy of the course syllabus in your download area, and you'll see references to the syllabus numbering system as you progress through the core lessons. For example, if you see syllabus reference CSI 01, you know it's referring to the first part of the syllabus, the Introduction to Continual Service Improvement. The syllabus document also refers to specific sections of the Continual Service Improvement core volume, easily directing you to the relevant section of the text. Okay, let's now examine the course breakdown, lesson by lesson. Lesson 1 is a quick ITIL Foundation recap. The lesson includes a quick review of the service lifecycle and each phase within the lifecycle. If you have sat your foundation course or foundation bridge recently, you can skip this lesson, but why not use it as a quick recap? In Lesson 2, we'll cover some service management background information before we take a deeper dive into the Continual Service Improvement syllabus-related material. We'll study Service Management as a Practice, how to answer the question, what do we mean by a service? And Service Composition and Value. Finally, in this lesson, we'll look at some definitions for functions, processes, and roles. Lesson 3 is where the syllabus-related material starts. This lesson provides an introduction to continual service improvement. This lesson includes the core concepts and terminology of continual service improvement. We will also explore how continual service improvement looks for ways to improve the effectiveness, cost-effectiveness, and efficiency of all stages of the service lifecycle. Next, Lesson 4 will start to introduce us to some of the principles of continual service improvement. This will include setting the scene, looking at ownership, drivers, and concepts, such as the Deming cycle and the 7-step improvement process. In Lesson 5, we'll complete the second lesson studying the principles of continual service improvement. This lesson will go on to look at measurement, benchmarking, and governance, as well as looking at other frameworks and models that support continual service improvement. Next up will be Lesson 6. This lesson will look at the 7-step improvement process in more detail to allow you to understand its use and the value it can give to an organization. The process helps us to understand what we should measure to provide support for our improvement activities. We'll also look at presenting the right information to the right audience. In Lesson 7, we'll study continual service improvement through the life cycle. This lesson will concentrate on how continual service improvement integrates with the other stages of the service life cycle: service strategy, service design, service transition, and service operation. Lesson 8 will look at service measurement. Measurements and metrics are essential for identifying, prioritizing, and validating improvement activities. We'll study how to create a measurement framework and how to create meaningful scorecards and reports. In Lesson 9, we'll move on to look at metrics and measurement in more detail, including the types of metric. How many critical success factors and key performance indicators do we need? Tension metrics, goals and metrics, and organizational metrics. Lesson 10 covers return on investment and the business case. This lesson looks at how we justify improvement and how we measure financial benefits to assess if an improvement is a worthwhile investment. Each organization will have to prioritize its improvement activities, and financial assessment can help us do this. In Lesson 11, we'll look at reporting, service level management, and questions the business will ask continual service improvement. Lesson 12 covers another essential area: assessments, gap analysis, and benchmarking. In this lesson, we'll look at how to carry out assessments using both internal and external resources. We'll also look at how benchmarks can be used to prioritize and measure progress. In Lesson 13, we will look at measurement and reporting frameworks and the Deming cycle. We'll break measurement down and look at some specific techniques such as balanced scorecards and SWOT analysis. We'll also study the Deming cycle in more detail, looking at the plan, do, check, and act stages of the cycle. In Lesson 14, we'll study supporting methods and techniques. This lesson looks at how other processes from the service lifecycle can provide inputs and supporting techniques that will help continual service improvement. We'll study processes including availability management, problem management, and knowledge management. Lesson 15 deals with what type of organizational structure needs to be in place to allow continual service improvement to function successfully. We will look at roles and responsibilities, including the process owner, continual service improvement manager, and service owner. Finally, we will investigate how authority matrices can be used in support of continual service improvement. Lesson 16 looks at the continual service improvement critical success factors, challenges, and risks. Here, we will look at the critical success factors for continual service improvement and some of the challenges the organization may face when implementing continual service improvement. Finally, we will look at risks and the value of continual service improvement to the business. Lesson 17 looks at guidance on implementing continual service improvement within organizations. We will consider the role of governance, the effects of organizational change, and communication strategies in relation to continual service improvement. Lesson 18 answers the question, what technology is available to support continual service improvement? We'll look at tools from many areas, including service management, performance management, and event management. The last lesson you'll work through is Lesson 19. Here, you'll receive some critical exam guidance before you approach the sample exam papers which are included in this course. This lesson discusses the scenario-based question format and provides you with invaluable multiple-choice strategies, all designed to help you achieve exam success. You'll also learn how to register for your final live exam after you've completed the practice exam papers and reviewed the official answer rationale. And don't forget, you can access and save a copy of the official course syllabus from your download area. It's good to be familiar with your course syllabus because this is all the content that examiners use when creating questions. Other documents are also stored safely within your download area. These can be accessed, opened, saved, and printed out for your reference. At the end of most lessons, you'll be prompted to access and download a relevant study guide. Lesson study guides are a critical component of your online learning experience. These detailed documents contain all the information from each lesson and are yours to download, print off, and keep, even when your course subscription has ended. Before you begin each period of study, please ensure that you are ready to learn. Sounds pretty obvious, but self-study and online learning are most effective if you are able to concentrate without being interrupted by any external distractions. Make sure you are comfortable in your study environment, well hydrated, and really focused to ensure you get the best value from your course. Unless you are a mastermind or superbrain, you'll probably find that your concentration will drop if you try and run through the whole course at once. Remember, it's not a race. You should watch, listen, read, and learn actively by leveraging the different materials provided. Of course, the huge advantage with online learning is that you can take regular breaks, split your study time into manageable chunks, and study as and when it best suits you. Where there is a longer video tutorial to watch, why not make sure you pause it at regular intervals? This way, you can update your study notes as you go. And remember, if you ever feel like you're struggling at any point, just contact one of our tutors. Our accredited tutor team will be available to answer your inquiries. As you progress through the lessons in your course, you will see some text in italics and quotation marks. This text is drawn directly from the ITIL core volumes, so you will need to pay close attention to it. Okay, if you're ready, let's move on and start the course. The next lesson is your ITIL Foundation Recap. Let's see what you can remember.